Hello, everyone. How are you? Am I not airing the right show? Because I do not see it airing here. Oh, wait. Oh, there it goes. Boy, that was really delayed. Wow. But hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here today. We are live on a Monday. And let me tell you, YouTube is acting like it's Monday. It's a little tired. It's had a rough weekend, I guess. Um, so, hello. We have mowing outside, so if you hear lawnmowers, that's it. So let me go and check everything out here. It looks like Twitch is doing good. It looks like my YouTube has finally clicked in there. Um, so hello. I'm going to like it because liking it is a good thing to do. I'm going to share it, and let's share it over to the Twixverse and the Threadosphere here. So here we go. And let me put my little Twitch channel here. So here we will post this. And let's see, we have done Twitch or X or whatever you want to call it. And we'll go to Threads now, and we will post it over there. So, okie dokie. So that is all done. We've got that. We're going to do our poll. And our poll is because today is National Wiener Schnitzel Day. This is a traditional Australian dish that it's a breaded recipe that's made with veal. Um, in Australia, there's a law that requires this dish to be made strictly with veal. They make it by tenderizing a thin slice of veal and then lightly salting and breading it. It is then deep fried in clarified butter. The term Wiener Schnitzel was first used in the early 1830s, though similar recipes appeared earlier. It's traditionally served with a lettuce, cucumber, or potato salad. Some people serve it with parsley potatoes. Variations of this dish exist in many cultures throughout the world, including making it with pork rather than traditional veal. So, a National Day calendar, that's where I got that from. So, our poll today is I like this type of meat best: beef, pork, veal, or chicken. Yes, I know there's fish, there's lamb, there's so many others, but those are the ones I picked. So, those are the four. Which of those four do you like best? And our poll has started. We have 2 likes already. Thank you so much for that. And I think I'm going to sneeze. Let me mute my mic. Excuse me. Okie doke. We are now, let's check out our chat. Who do we have here? We have Snortapoopus. We have a Snortapoopus Cuber. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello to you, Snortapoopus Cuber. We have a Sci-Fi Mombi. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Sashi, happy Monday evening to you. I hope you are doing well today. And let's see, we have hellos. And somebody says, hope you're having a wonderful day. I believe that was to Sashi. But if it's to us all, we are going to have a fantastic day today. I actually got a date this evening with some lady friends that I have not met in a long time, and I'm really looking forward to it. We have Queen G. Hola, hola to you. I hope your day is well. Um, Starting off well, we have Connie Cleary. Hello, hello. Let's see. We have hellos back. Hellos, hellos. And Sashi says, "It's all good down here. Hope everything is good on your side." It's starting off good for me. And Snorterpoopus is Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, yum, 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 yum. And he goes, and the correct answer is yes. Was that duck complaining that it's not on the list? That's my text messaging notification thing. I use a duck because I need things that um I need something unique so that I can uh, notice it. And Dadman says, "Morning, Mrs. Love you. Have a great stream. Beef all the way." And we have Curtis Selby. Here we go. Good morning, working and lurking. Well, thank you for lurking while you're working. I appreciate that a lot. We have Tina the Naughty Dragon saying, "Hello, everyone. Hello, Tina." So that is our things. I'm trying to get this where I can see the actual on it. So let's, no, that's not what I want. Oh, I get so frustrated sometimes with these uh, streaming things. You have to do it differently while you're on your phone, and uh, just want to look at it live. Come on, there we go. I like to kind of be able to check over at the chat on um, Twitch, Twitch, because sometimes stuff happens and I don't see it. You finally found the stupid charging block in the car. Well, it's small, and I figured it would be difficult, but I'm glad you found it. So, everybody, it is let's see, 7 minutes into the show, 10:07 in my neck of the woods, which is, as you know, the East Coast of the United States, and I'm so glad to be here today. That being said, let's look at our inspirational slide for today. I read this Friday, this recipe book, and they always have something like this at the beginning. But I loved it, so I made it a little slide uh, so that we could read it. A recipe for a happy day. 1 cup of friendly words, 2 heaping cups of understanding, 4 heaping teaspoons of time and patience, a pinch of warm personality, and a dash of humor. And you must measure your words carefully and add a heaping cups of understanding. Use generous amounts of time and patience. Cook on the gas, cook with gas on front burner. Keep temperature low, do not low, do not boil. Add a dash of humor and a pinch of warm personality. Season to taste with the spice of life. Serve in individual molds. It never fails. So there's our recipe for a happy day. And let's see. Um, Deadman says, out walking at break, so I may miss some people. Okay. And Snortpoopa says, enjoy your walk, Deadman. And Snortpoopa says, humans taste like pork. Just saying. I thought we tasted like chicken. And the charger was on the floor, black blended into black floorboards. Yep. And Connie says, and clowns just taste funny. Yes. Yes, that's why we don't have clowns. We don't eat clowns. They taste funny. A little bit of promo here. We have tomorrow our block party. I'm going to be building a coyote. So that should be fun. And on Wednesday at 10 p.m., we have the 2024 SEC and Michigan College Football Weekly with Dadman and Bucky's Crafting. It's a blast. So join them Wednesdays at 10 p.m. And that is our promos, I believe. Let me check. Yep, that is all. And Tina's like, you are what you eat. Well, I tell you, I have really changed my diet since I went to the doctor, and it hasn't been that hard. It's just trying to find things to eat and have stuff prepared. So After the show today, I'll be cooking me breakfast, and I'll be doing some prep today on foods so that I'll have them. And yes, Bucky is the best damn football coach you will find anywhere on any platform ever. So, and Connie, I believe this is the "You Are What You Eat." Yes. So, okie doke. Let's go ahead. It's Monday. It's 11 minutes into the show, which is makes it 10:11 in my neck of the woods. And we are going to do, you know it, you love it, the puzzle. So let's get everything set up. We have oh, Sci-Fi Mommy was here at the beginning. I don't know why I'm acting like I just saw her in the chat. Mondays. I think I have 5 days of Mondays. I'm always doing something silly. So here is our daily sequence game. It is duo trigirdle, which is 32 words we have to solve. We have 39 guesses, and this one shows them one at a time. So if you know how to play Wordle, you know how to play duo trigordle. So here we go. The first word, I think today we're going to do audio. Audio. And there is absolutely none of the letters in the first word. So we have to do something with an E in it. So let's see. Um, how about excerpt? Excerpt. There are two E's in it, and there is an R. The E is not in the first spot, and the R is not in the fourth, but there is an E in the third. Mrs. Dadman doesn't like Mondays. If you like lasagna, I swear you're Garfield. I do like lasagna, especially when they make it, and it's almost like they make it and then like compress it and it gets like really dense. I love lasagna. But yeah, I don't mind being a cat. I could be a cat. So let's see, what could this be? Um, we've already done it National Venus Schnitzel Day. Let's slip out of that one. And let's see what other things we have. It's International Box Wine Day. This day is celebrated every year by people around the world. As one of the most interesting ways of packaging and selling wine, wine boxes, also known as wine casks or bag in a box, they're very popular yet quite recent, although it is mostly related to cheap wines because it's cost-effective preparation. Box wine is still very popular among wine lovers and connoisseurs. Although box wine has only been around for a few decades, it has quickly become very popular. Among producers, it is a particularly preferred way of production because it saves production costs. As such, it is cheaper for buyers. Box wine is easier to transport and store, environmentally friendly, and reduces wine oxidation during the dispensing process. Also, it is not vulnerable to cork taint. In addition, because box wine is not intended for cellaring or aging, it comes with a specific shelf life. In Australia, box wine is very popular because it is the cheapest form of wine and is the birthplace of this method. During the 1970s, the design of box wine packaging was adapted for other products like water, orange juice, and others. Today, box wine has sparked a wide interest in sustainable packaging as several premium winemakers adopted this design to package and sell their products. So there we go. And the largest it seems that you can buy in box wine is a 5-liter box. So have fun. And that was from nationaltoday.com. Let's see if we could figure out what this is. Anybody have any idea what this word is? Let's see. And we have it playing down under. My stomach can't handle red meat. By the way, hi all. Hi, playing down under. So glad that you're here. What time is it where you're at? And B from Up says, "Good morning, everyone. Maybe it's spear, Speer. Well, we'll try it. Ew, it could also be, well, freer. Well, it's not spear, so let's try FR. No, no, can't be freer now because there's no R there. So the R has to be in the first or second. It's 12:15 a.m. So it's 14 hour difference. Cool. Good morning. Good early morning to you playing down under. And Tina says nothing more posh in a box than a box of wine. And Damon says, was that the mayor of Naples? Snortopoopas, something about the box. Oh, Naples, Florida. Yes. The mayor that was intoxicated and crashed their car into a house or something like that. Yes. It was a silly mayor person. Yes. And was boasting that they were a mayor and then they weren't when the police came. So let's see. It's got an EE. The R is in the first or second spot. Oh, no, it has an R. I was going to say wheel, but it has an R in it. Free FR. I just said, ma'am, I thought your name was Dad, ma'am. I love that. Dad, ma'am. Oh, oh, how about green? Green. I like the chat because you never noticed, LOL. Those letters sometimes stick all together. It's green. Yay, we got the first word. Woohoo. So we have a green, then we have a U, P, and N that are not um, in the correct spots. And then we have an I in the fourth. The U and P are not in the second, and the N is not in the fifth. Huh. I was going to say unpin, but that is, there's no N. Ooh, I know a word it might be, and it starts with UN. See if you guys can figure that out. Let's see what else is there. It is let's see what can we say. Da, da, dee, da. Oh, here's an no, we can't do that one. That was for the memes. Um Today is a wonderful weirdos day. According to days of the year, nothing quite as dull as being normal, boring, average, or typical. Celebrate being weird and celebrate the weirdos in the world on a wonderful Weirdos Day. Of course, there is no exact way to prove this, but it's likely that weirdos have been around as long as humans have. All it really takes is one person to be a little bit different than everyone else, and just like that, a weirdo appears. But weirdos haven't always been considered by everyone to be wonderful. It wasn't until the year 2000 when a handful of citizens of the US city of Austin, Texas, decided that there should be a day for the celebration of the wonderfulness of people who are exceptional, strange, bizarre, unusual, and weird. It first started out with the theme Keep Austin Weird, and admittedly, the citizens of this city have been known for having just a bit more than their fair share of weirdos. Um, so yes, eventually, this day dedicated to celebrating weird people caught on, and now Wonderful Weirdos Day is enjoyed and appreciated all over the United States as well as other places on the globe. So, days of the year, Wonderful Weirdos Day. And let's see. Oh, you're glad you're in the field today. The AC is out at the office. Oh, yeah, I'm glad. So, I think this word might be unzip. And it was unzip, and then we have a T and an A. An A is not at the beginning, a T is not at the end. And, that's all that we know. So, let's see, what could this be? Could be weird, 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 yes. Um, aren't we all should a little being a little weird is not a bad thing. Dad man says, "Yeah, Austin is full of weirdos and so appropriate. Hate the city and their dang Longhorn teams. Now I want a steak." And, Plain Down Under says, "Unzip, so red." So, yes. So we have that word. Give me one second. And, now we're doing this word that has a T and an A. Rude. Oh, so rude. Unzip, so rude. Okay. Well, that makes much more sense. Yes. So, and Snort Pooper says to Dad, man, steak. Oh, yum, 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 yum. So I have no idea what, well, I do have a couple. It could be batty, fatty, catty. And Dadman says, "I agree, hate autocorrect." And the auto was your mistake in that time. So I'm gonna try batty. And okay, there's an A and a Y and the T and a B. The T is not the T has to be in the first spot. So we can have taffy? No, we can't. I wonder if it's tabby. Tabby. And it was tabby today. We have a G and A at the beginning and E in the fourth, and we have no other letters. Let's see what we have here. We have Share Your Care Today, and it's Care Bears Share Your Care Today. It's celebrated annually. It's their Care Bears are on a mission to spread caring and sharing around the world and encourage fans to spread caring, sharing, love, friendship, acceptance, fun, and happiness to those you love every day. If you guys do not know what Care Bears are, they're these colorful little bears that have little symbols on their tummies to describe who they are. We have like Sunshine Bear, and they have a sunshine. We have Rainbow Bear that has a rainbow. We have Grumpy Bear that has a dark cloud, um, and so forth. So, and Snortopoopas is I'm the I don't care bear. But they're cute and, they're just happy. They have movies and stuff like that. Gavel. Thank you, Sashi. Gavel. And it was Gavel. And then we have an A at the beginning and EY and then at the end, and then there is an L. So share your cares today with Care Bears. It's been around since 1983. And lots and millions and millions have been sold. Like they say, each one has a specialized belly badge. That's what they call them. That represents his or her duty or personality, such as Tender Heart Bear, Harmony Bear, Share Bear, Cheer Bear, and Grumpy Bear, among others. They live in a faraway place in the clouds called Carolot, part of the kingdom of caring. At their core, the Care Bears have heart and all about love, caring, and sharing. The Care Bears organization are big supporters of charities around the world that help families in need, including the United Way, Operation Smile, and many more. The Care Bears hope to generate national support for a movement called hashtag Share Your Care. They hope it will inspire people to spread caring, sharing, love, friendship, acceptance, fun, happiness, compassion, and philanthropic generosity, not just today, but every day of the year. How can you celebrate this day? Do something nice for someone. It can be simple as taking out the trash or sharing a toy with your sibling, helping an older neighbor or any neighbor. It could be bigger things like planting a tree or buying coffee or lunch for somebody, spending a day volunteering for a charity. The Care Bears hope to encourage you to be kind, to think of others, and hashtag share your care every day. So that's from National Day Calendar. Care Bears Share Your Care Day. What a cool day. Plankton's, excuse me, Allie, Alle. Whoops. Uh, Little Poopa says Allie, and playing. Oh gosh, if I can get my mouth to work. Playing down under says, "Oh, I miss the '80s." Yes, and we have an. It was Allie. Yay, Snowder Poopas, and then we have an SAL, and then a Y. Um, the letters that we have are QWF, CHJK, and M. And we can also use double letters like we showed in that. We have two L's. If you look here, we have two L's. So this L must go here. So it's a Sally, Sally Forth, Sally. And now we have an S, A, and an L. The L is in the second spot. And the S is not in the first. We have, let's see, how many people do we have watching? I haven't even checked the poll. We have 10 people watching over on YouTube. Thank you guys very much for that. And we have a couple people over on the YouTube, on the Twitch side. We have 8 votes, 8 likes, and 11 votes. Let's see, everything's gotten a vote. Yay! But beef is decidedly in the lead with veal and chicken in second, and pork is in third. I think a lot of the people we have in the chat are American, and I think Americans like beef from the good old America. I am a I the only one that I really honestly have not eaten a lot of is veal. I don't really know how to cook it. and it's not readily available here. So I have not had a lot of it. So this word has an L. Huh. Oh, flaws or flaws. I was thinking flaws, but I'm wondering if it's claws. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do claws. I like that one better. So claws. Let's see if it's claws, Sashi. Ooh. And playing down under says, I don't care what anyone says, chicken is the best. It's not, it was neither claws nor flaws. But saying that, I think we have another double letter. Well, it could be clams, CLAMS, or class. Clams or class? which one clams? Sashi is saying clams. We are going with the foods. It's not clams. So I'm wondering if it's class. I liked using the M even though it wasn't there because it's gotten it off of our list of letters so that it'll be put in other words. There's no Y. The Y, if you see the Y is lightly grayed, so that means it is cannot be used. So let's try class. It was class. So we have a T in the first and the third and an L. There's a lot of double letters today in these. So we have an O and an A. I think that word's fairly simple. So let's go ahead and type it in. It's either tato or total. I think this is the only word that it can be. So total. No problem. No problem playing down under. And now we have a U with an I, an N, and a G. I was wondering if that would be a word. So I don't know what this word is. Um, the I cannot be in the fourth spot. The N cannot be at this end, at the last, and the G is not in the first part. So it is, let's see, Emergency Services Day. This is from daysoftheyear.com. Emergency Services Day is an important event that honors the dedicated individual who work in emergency services. This day celebrates the contributions of police officers, firefighters, paramedics, and other emergency responders. These heroes often risk their lives to keep the public safe. It is a day filled with activities and educational events highlighting the crucial work that these professionals do daily. It focuses on educating the public about the responsible use of emergency services, such as you don't call 911 when Starbucks gives you the wrong coffee, which people have done. It promotes essential life saving skills, encouraging people to learn first aid and emergency response techniques. This knowledge can make communities safer as more individuals are equipped to handle emergencies before professionals arrive. This day also highlights the various careers and volunteer opportunities within emergency services, inspiring people to consider these vital roles. Well, I will tell you, if you guys have access, I know this is going to seem weird what I'm going to say, but if you guys have access to the old television show Emergency, I would watch watch it at least the first couple because it actually um, is about how the paramedics in the United States started. Because before they couldn't do any medical stuff. They had to have a nurse with them. And then they passed some laws and stuff. So it's very interesting to kind of see how the start of the paramedic um, profession started in the United States. Very, very interesting. Um, but yeah, it's a fictional show, but it is based on uh, stuff that actually happened in the not the actual emergencies and things, but in how the whole paramedic program started. So fun guy, says Sashi. Are we fun guy here today? Fun guy, and it was fun guy. Thank you, Sashi. We have an S at the beginning, and then a C, T, and an O. Let's see, the T is not in the third and the fifth spot. The S is at the beginning. The C is can be in any of those spots. So there we go. Sort of Poopus, you have a good nap and rest. Thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. We have the word stock from Playing Down Under, STOCK, stock. And it was stock, yay! And then we have an A in the second spot, a U, an I, and a K. The U cannot be in the first spot. The I cannot be in the fourth spot or the fifth spot. And the K cannot be at the end. So what could this word be? It has an A in the second. Or let's see, we had celebrated Care Bears Day, and now today it is also National Teddy Bear Day. From a National Day calendar on September 9th, National Teddy Bear Day honors the history of one of childhood's favorite toys. We all we have all had a special cuddly teddy as a child. Some of us still have our teddy bear from our childhood. No matter what kind of teddy bear you had, the day is perfect time to celebrate your childhood friend. As the story goes, in 1902, American President Theodore Roosevelt refused to shoot a bear cub while hunting in Mississippi. The incident made national news. Clifford Berryman published a cartoon of the event in the Washington Post on November 16th, and the character became an instant classic. The Berryman cartoon of Teddy Roosevelt and the Cub inspired New York store owner Morris Mitchum. He created a new toy and even had a name in mind. Mitchum wrote President Roosevelt to ask permission to name the new toy Teddy Bear. And here's a quote that says, "A teddy bear does not depend on mechanics to give him semblance of life. He is loved and therefore he lives." And that is so true. Since the advent of the teddy bear, a parade of famous characters followed. Big Bird from Sesame Street named his teddy bear Radar. The lasagna loving cat celebrated on Garfield the Cat Day, armed himself with Pookie, his lovable scapegoat. The British invasion of teddy bears included Winnie the Pooh and Paddington. In 1981, the Care Bears first became greeting cards. Not long after, they launched into television and toy history. And let's not forget the Muppet character Fozzie Bear. A lovable and comedic bear endlessly perseveres with one-liners, slapstick, and musical comedies. But the most famous bear that we cannot forget is our own Snorterpoopus Cuber, who is gone to take a nap on Teddy Bear Day. So, yes, our own Snorterpoopus is the best bear of all. I actually have a cousin of Snorterpoopus's that we go with us everywhere. Um, it's a polar bear, and its name is a snickerdoodle. Food time, idiyapan. It's a South Indian dish that was brought to Malaysia. They are also called string hoppers. And I'll see you in a second playing down under. Oh, I'm so glad you finally got. Once you get this game, it's it's much easier. Let me spell that. IDI. So I was looking at the let's see here. Let's do that. Let's look over here at some of these wonderful images. Oh, yum. Which oh, here's some okay, here we go. Let's oh, that's a pretty picture. Okay, let's bring this over here and look at that. That is what it is. The noodles. Okay, so let's look. Idiom, idiopom, also known as nool, noolputtu, are string hoppers. Basically, they are um, made with rice flour dough. They're a common breakfast, and it tastes good with a curry or kurma or any side dish of your choice. It is a gluten and vegan dish. So let's look at the recipe here. Very easy. Rice flour, hot water, salt, coconut, which is optional, and water for steaming. That's it. So let's go ahead and does that sound correct for you there? I'll put that up there so people can, well, the name is on here, but know that you said it. So let's go ahead and put this recipe in the chat. So this is for IDIM. There is the recipe for that. And I have to put it over in Discord before I forget. So let's go ahead and pop that over to our food. Bingy bing, 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 bingy bing. Where is our foods? Food, glorious food. And we're going to put this over here in the Malaysian recipe section. And it is over there. So yay. And I will put it here. But doesn't that look delicious? I'm so sorry that Sort of Purpose didn't get to see this. What a very simple recipe. And if you can't have wheat, it's a it's an alternative. If you're celiac or have gluten allergies um, or an intolerance, this would be very good. It's the ingredients are simple, but it takes time and effort to make. That's a lot of times that they say. And Playing Down Under is back just in time to see this wonderful food, idiyapan, which is called, they're also called string hoppers. So that looks good. It looked like, let me search some. That they have a tool that you can use to make them. a device. But I wonder if you have if you made it all the time. But if you had like what we call here a ricer, which is just a device. If you look, I'm trying to find one that kind of looks like. I don't want an industrial one because we're not. I was trying to look for. So here is a kind of a picture of the what you would make it in. You would put the in there and extrude it out of the bottom, and it would make long strings. But we have a thing here in the United States. It's called a ricer. Is what I call it. Well, and it looks something like this. And I wonder you could use that to make the long strings of noodles. But very, very interesting. Whoops. So yes, that, and it does look a yummo. Yes, it did. So we are back to our puzzle. Did I don't know if anybody guessed this word. I don't think they did. If you did, um, I missed it. I didn't. I looked back and I didn't see it. So that looks absolutely delicious. Um, and I've cut a lot of carbs out of my diet. So when I get back to eating carbs, I will. I'm definitely going to try that. So we have an A. I have no idea what this word is. And it hasn't. Does anyone know what this word is? There's a K in it. That's what's weird. And a U. What a weird combination of letters. And the U has to be at the, let's see, in the latter part of the puzzle, in the last three spots. AU. Oh, it's a palm. It's a palm, everybody. I bet you. Um, Haiku, haiku, a poem consisting of 3 lines, and we have a fakir and a snarl and sworn, and then we have an R at the end, and a U, O, and a C are letters that we have. The C cannot be in the first or fourth. The O cannot be in the first or second. The R cannot be in the third or fourth. So let's see, we have done that day. We have International Sudoku Day. Sudoku. It it takes place September 9th, 9/9. Sudoku enthusiasts will no doubt notice the date's symbolism. The goal of the Sudoku game is to fill a 9 by 9 grid so that each column, row, and 3 by 3 grid contains all the digits from 1 to 9. So 9 is a natural choice for the celebration of Sudoku Day. Sudoku Day. It's time to get your brain into gear because although today is most definitely a cause for celebration, some hardcore logical thinking will be required. Yes, Sudoku. Um, I can do the easies are easy. The They have different levels. The mediums I can do. The hards I can do probably about 50% of them. Um, but the experts, I can't do it all. They're too hard. I can't. It hurts my brain. In 1892, the French newspaper Cielci printed a game that was akin to Sudoku. I want to say Sudoku. I want to flip flop the O and the U. That's why I'm struggling with the word Sudoku, in that each row and column had to contain all the designated numbers. But unlike Sudoku, it involved numerals higher than 9 and engaged solvers' mathematical skills, not their logic center. In the ensuing years, other French papers picked up on the trend with similar games, but none were strictly identical to Sudoku, and those games' popularity waned around the time that World War I was starting. Flash forward to 1979, circumstantial evidence points to Indiana architect Howard Garnes publishing a puzzle of his own invention. At that time, it was named Number Place in Dell magazine. That would become the game that we know as Sudoku. Garnes, however, passed away without seeing his brainchild become an international sensation. In the meantime, the game set Japan's puzzle industry on fire, gaining the name Sudoku for the first time, along with a fan base of millions of devoted players. In 1997, Hong Kong judge Wayne Gould invented a computer program that could come up with unique Sudoku puzzles. He pitched the game as a daily puzzle feature to newspapers in the UK, and soon Sudoku was known around the world. Today, it's ready available on smartphone apps and widely printed in newspapers and magazines. It's a subject of multiple documentaries and game shows, and even spawned an award nominated original tune by songwriter Peter Levy. We think it's safe to say Sudoku isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And in 2013, the World Puzzle Federation made today, September 9th, the official International Sudoku Day, and we've been celebrating it ever since. International Sudoku Day. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Da-dee-da. And we have, and the sci-fi, Plank Down Under says, where did you get your name from, Mombi? And Sci-Fi Mombi says, three places. One, I'm a mom that feels like a zombie. Two, Billy Lord called Carrie Fisher Mombi her whole life. And number three, Mombi uh, from the Wizard of Oz books. Playing Dinner says, I like it. I always thought you loved FF8, Final Fantasy 8, the Moonbuzz in it, which have your nickname. And we have Raymond Feliciano, KDTV, King Dolphin TV, says hello to the chat. And you play Sudoku every day. I do Wordles. I probably should find a daily Sudoku puzzle and play it on my own. That's not one that I would necessarily do in a thing stream. So we have this word here. There's an uh, U, an O, and a C, and then there is an R. Don't think anybody has thought of the word, so let's try this word. OCCUR, occur. Occur. It occurs to me that the word is occur. And we have a C at the beginning, an A in the middle, and then there is an F, H, and an E. We're running out of celebrations here, but let's look and see what we have. We have a steak au pois day. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. If we are in the South, it'd be steak au poivre. Filet mignon is known as one of the most tender meats out there yet to Kobe beef, out there next to Kobe beef. I do not like filet mignon. I'm sorry, everybody. Most people would simply eat it as it is and enjoy its soft, meaty texture. However, peppercorns add a dimension to filet mignon, and that particular dish is called steak au pois. Steak au pois. And wouldn't you know it, there is a holiday dedicated to this luxurious meal. It's a French dish which translates to simply a peppered steak. It began in the 60s when peppering meals became a popular concept to work with. It was also the time period when the French recipes were being introduced into American homes. However, the first mention of peppered meats was during the 18th century when cooks would pepper venison to offset the gaminess of the meat. It wasn't until the early 1900s that the peppered sauce, which is now most traditionally paired with the steak, was added to the recipe and named steak a la Diane, referring to Diana, goddess of the hunt. In today's modern version of the recipe, the steak used is a filet mignon coated with cracked black peppercorns and cooked at a high heat. The peppercorns crust harmonizes the flavor of the filet mignon and added layers of texture that enhance the sweetness of the filet. The sauce itself is a peppered sauce made with heavy whipping cream, reduced cognac, and buttered peppercorns. This dish is primarily served in French restaurants, but can also be easily made at home. Today, it is a dish that has become a luxury, an experience for food connoisseurs to enjoy. So, steak au pois day, and I mispronounced it, I am sure. I do have a week to share for us Southerners. I'll do that in a little bit. So, chaff. It has an E in it, so I am going to try putting instead of an F at the end an E. Um, CHAFE, chafe. Um, so it was that. And then we have an A in the second, an ER at the end, and a P. There was a Q and a J are the only letters left. Let's see what we have here. National Boss Employee Exchange Day. What the heck is that? Each year, the Monday following Labor Day in the United States, it obviously, oh, you switch your jobs. While bosses and employees often have brainstorming sessions, exchanging positions provides insight into the business. When done with planning and communication, the exchange can lead to successful business solutions. Employees gain confidence and leadership skills. Another benefit from the role reversal includes an added respect and improvements to workflows. Comparing notes following the exchange will be vital part of the process. Most bosses have many employees. One way to execute this experience is by having team members nominate one person to swap places with the boss. Not only does this afford a respected member of the team an opportunity to bring feedback to the group, but it also places the boss squarely on the team. The hands-on experience will provide a good leader with insight normally overlooked. I think bosses sometimes, especially, um, they forget what their employees have to go through. So putting them in that position where they become one of their employees, um, I think can open their eyes some, and also the other way around. I think a lot of employees think bosses don't do nothing but sit there and be mean to them, and that's not true. They they have a lot of work. There are some that are just jerks. Let's be honest, but mostly they They're working hard too. They just do different things than what you do. So, yes, I was looking to see. So that's a very interesting one. I don't think it's that word. I'm going to try a different one first down under. Um, okay, well, it is a word. Oh, pair. There, I was going to do paper. It's pair. Flip those two around. And then we have an E, R-R-E, deed. And then we have guys. And then nitty. If Stunning was here, he would have said titty because that's what Stunning does. And saner. And we have famed, but I'm going to read, let's see, one last celebration. This is in celebrating of all us Southerners. I am a Southerner of the United States of America, and this is a dish that I grew up on. Um, Biscuits and gravy. It's a biscuits and gravy week. It's a perfect opportunity for lovers of this delicious dish to pay it some well-deserved respect, and for some of the more inexperienced to learn more and discover some new flavors. Um, it's a simple, cheap, hearty dish. It's a decidedly American dish. It's believed to have made its debut in the southern parts of the Appalachia in the late 19th century. Regularly, it's eaten for breakfast. I can eat it anytime. This was a hearty meal that was cheap and easy to feed lumberjacks who were working in the region. Heavy, dense biscuits were split in half and covered with sawmill gravy, which is made from sausage along with cornmeal and the drippings from the sausage. This dish has evolved over the years to a white, creamy country gravy, which is just basically a white gravy that is now usually made from wheat flour and flavored bits of black pepper, alongside fluffy, buttery biscuits, often made with buttermilk. The white gravy can be you can add dried chipped beef to it. You can have a hamburger to it. You can add sausage to it. You can just leave it as a white gravy to eat on biscuits with just like pepper gravy, like with pepper. It's delicious. Um, Growing and spreading throughout the nation with migration, biscuits and gravy continues to be a staple in many households for breakfast and brunch, as well as many menus in restaurants across the country. So yes, it's a biscuit and gravy week. Like I say, I love biscuits and gravy. So we have the word famed, FAMED, and then we have grunt, and then we have stink. And that was all of our celebrations today, everybody. So let's work on getting this puzzle done because all the letters pretty much are used. Scalp. And we have Dave C. Hello, anyone. And we have Sawed and There and Vapid and the Pride, Pride, and Spare. And our final word is a PIZ. And then we have the two letters and an A, which it is pizza. And B from O says, I could eat biscuits and gravy for any meal. Yes. Yes. And and we finished the puzzle, everybody. 46 minutes game time, an hour and 4 minutes stream time. I like have biscuits and gravy and put an egg on top of it, and then you break the yolk. It has to be a runny yolk, and then you mix that all together. Oh, yeah. I love. Mm. That used to be a go-to meal when we were young, but we didn't use biscuits. We would have a dried chip beef gravy, which some people call SOS, and we would have toast, and my mom would butter, and then we cut them into little soldiers, which are just the little strips, and then put the gravy on top of the chip gravy on top of it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So here is our words today. Let's see if I can get. Here is our words today, everybody. Grammar police called ourselves. Here are our words today. Green, unzipped, tabby, gavel, alley, sally, class, total, chafe, occur, sworn, snarl, occur, haiku, stock, fungi, pair, aired, guy, snitty, saner, fame, grunt, audio, pizza, spare, bright, vapid, there, sawed, scalp, and steak. Ah, I got them all in one breath. And that man, tomato gravy. I have never heard of tomato. I might have to look that up. So we might have another food here. Let's look up tomato gravy. Tomato gravy. It says Southern. It sounds Southern. Ooh. Okay, so here's a, let me see if I can, here's a picture of Southern gravy. And let's look at the recipe. Does it go? There's the recipe card. It is, you have some kind of fat. You have the flour, the broth, diced tomatoes, salt, and black pepper, and then you just kind of cook it. Oh my gosh, that looks really, really good. I'm a, I am watching my carbs, and that would be a wonderful solution. Um, that looks really good. I'm going to take this recipe and I will put it in the chat for those of you that are interested. Oh, let's see. We're going to put Southern. Let me spell tomato gravy. And there's that recipe. Let me go ahead and put it in my recipe keeper. I have never, I have never heard of that before, ever. And that looks absolutely delicious. And what's so neat is that it's, they have a picture of it over biscuits, but you could serve that over anything. A meat. Um, yeah, that just looks really good. Let me go ahead and stick this in our Discord recipes here. Let's put that one up here for here. So there we go. That looks good. Oh, I'm just looking at it. My mouth is watering. So that just looks really, really good. On a big old cat head biscuit, on a big biscuit, that just sounds really good. That just sounds really good. And we have, oh, there's a tomato throwdown. How about tomato chutney from South India? We have got a tomato throwdown. Tomato chutney. Let's look here. Okay, here is a tomato chutney. Really, let me do something. Look here. Let's look at this one here. Let's. No, I'm not going to. So let's look over here at this one, tomato chutney. Tomato chutney, let me find this one here. Let's see. It says a tomato chutney. No, I'm not going to. is a perfect partner for all your savory breakfasts and snacks. Even for your plain rice, made traditionally with ripe tomatoes, spices, and herbs, this South Indian tomato chutney is finger looking good with a punch of flavors. Um, it's usually eaten with idli, dosa, pungal, and uttapam, and many snacks. It goes well with everything. So let's look, see if we can, if it has a recipe here. Okay, let's see if it will help me, if it will show this as a recipe. Well, here is this thing here. It looks like it's got a recipe underneath it for tomato, I can't spell it right, tomato chutney. There's that recipe. Let's look and see if it will show a recipe over here. But that looks really, really good. Let's see if I can do a side by side here. Oh, I don't think I can. I think it's going to. Save and close. We'll go put this one over, and I should just leave the Discord up and just put all these luscious foods in here. We should just do a show where people just share recipes. That would be fun. We're gonna have could have a topic, and say we're going to talk about. Oh, I hope that's deleted. Let's see if they deleted it. Yes, they did. Yes, thank you for deleting that. Beef and Mo says the tomato gravy, which is, let's find this one. I wish I could do them side by side. There we go. Here we go. There we go. There they are side by side. Let me go ahead and. So there's the southern tomato gravy and the chutney. Tomato chutney. Oh my gosh, they both look delicious. Um, and Connie says, "Oh, that sounds good." And we have this is served at gas stations. Some of the gas stations around my area. It sits next to the regular white gravy as an option. And plain down under does not like paneer. And I put those recipes, and we have hellos, and we have Agent Atwood saying, "Oh, what's up, y'all?" Not much. Hello to you. We're just talking some foods. So those look absolutely delicious. So yummy, yummy, yummy. So go check them out at other on our Discord. They're also right here if you would like to check them out. Yum. So we finished our puzzle. Let's take that out of here. Let's close this because we don't need it anymore. And since this is an hour and 13 minutes into the show, 11:13 in my neck of the woods, I'm going to go ahead and start our birthdays. So here we go. Let's see. Let's make sure we got everything here that we need. Let's do our banner, and let's go back to chat. And we have hellos to Atwood. And today, September 9th, happy birthday to all. I get my birthday celebrations from onthisday.com is where I get the people and the information about them. I get it from Wikipedia. I know some people hate Wikipedia, but it's the easiest way for me to get some biographical information. So, sorry. So sorry. Before we start them, our poll, we have 15 votes. Beef is in the lead. Bill and chicken are still in second, and pork is in third. So don't forget to vote. We have 12 people watching, and we have, how many likes do we have? We have 10 likes. Thank you. 2 people, 13 people are watching. Thank you so much for that. Um, so here we go. Our birthday celebrations for today. Da 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 da. We have Leo Tolstoy. He is a Russian writer who passed away at 82 years old. He is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential authors of all time. He received nominations for the Nobel Prize in Literature every year from 1902 to 1906, and for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1901, 1902, and 1909. He was born into an aristocratic family. His notable works include the novels War and Peace and Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina. I cannot ever say that word. Oh, happy anniversary, B from Mo. Happy anniversary to yous. Happy anniversary to yous. Happy anniversary to B from O and S from O. Happy anniversary to yous. Happy anniversary. I hope you have a wonderful day. um, he is the books War and Peace and Anna Karenina. Yeah, I guess I said it right. It sounds like I'm stuttering. And many more from Atwood. These 2 works are often cited as pinnacles of realist fiction and 2 of the greatest books of all time. He first achieved literary acclaim in his 20s with his autobiographical trilogy, Childhood, Boyhood, and Youth. Okay, playing Dalindra, I'll see you, hopefully see you back. And you are welcome at B from O. These 3 books were based on his experiences in the um, of his youth, and then he did 7 Stopel sketches based on his experiences in the Crimean War. His fiction includes dozens of short stories, such as After the Ball, and several novellas. He also wrote plays and essays concerning philosophical, moral, and religious themes. He received praise from countless authors and critics both during his lifetime and after. Virginia Woolf called Tolstoy the greatest of all novelists, and Grace Saul Morson referred to War and Peace as the greatest of all novels. Tolstoy, having never won a Nobel Prize, was a major Nobel Prize controversy, so he never won one. And our next person is Delilah Beasley, 66 years old, an American historian and a newspaper columnist for the Oakland Tribune in Oakland, California. She was the first African American woman to be published regularly in a major metropolitan newspaper. She was also the first to present written proof of the existence of California's Black pioneers in slavery in California, a book she wrote, and the Negro Trailblazers of California. And I believe these were articles. Her career in journalism spanned more than 50 years. She detailed the racism in California and the heroic achievements by Blacks to overcome them during the late 19th century and early 20th century. Delilah Beasley, an American newspaper columnist. And we have Frank Chance, passed away at 47 years old, a professional baseball player. He was a first baseman. He played in the MLB, the Major League Baseball, for the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees from 1898 to 1914. Excuse me. He also served as manager for the Cubs, Yankees, and Boston Red Sox. He was discovered by the Cubs as he played semi-professional baseball while attending college. He debuted with the Cubs in 1898, serving as a part-time player. In 1903, he became the Cubs' regular first baseman, and in 1905, he succeeded Frank Saley as the team's manager. He led the Cubs to 100 wins in 1906, 1907, 1909, and 1910, becoming the first manager to complete four 100-win seasons. Only 8 other managers have accomplished this feat in MLB history. Other manager than Chance led the team to 100 wins 4 times in 5 seasons. So he did it in comeback time. He won the World Series in 1907. Oh, they did not do it in 5 seasons, and also won the World Series twice in 1907 and 1908. He is noted for his leadership ability. He earned the nickname Peerless Leader. He is the all time leading in managerial winning percentages in Cubs history. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1946 balloting by the Veterans Committee. So Frank Chance, 47 years old. Dadman is a Cubs fan, so I thought he would like that. I don't know if he heard it or not, but there you go. Our next one, a lot of people like it, is Colonel Sanders. Passed away at 90 years old, was an American businessman and founder of the fast food chicken restaurant chain Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is also known as KFC. He later acted as the company's brand ambassador and symbol. His name and image are still symbols of the company. He held a number of jobs in his early life, such as a steam engine stoker, insurance salesman, and a filling station operator. Dave C. I think I said hello to you earlier. Maybe I said it in my brain. If I did not, I apologize. Hello to you, Dave C. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I certainly do. I hope you had a great weekend also. He began selling fried chicken from his roadside restaurant in North Corbin, Kentucky during the Great Depression. During that time, he developed his quote secret recipe and his patented method of cooking chicken in a pressure fryer. Sanders recognized the potential of the restaurant franchising concept, and the first KFC franchise opened in South Salt Lake, Utah in 1952. When his original restaurant closed, he devoted himself full time to franchising his fried chicken throughout the country. The company's rapid expansion across the United States and overseas became overwhelming for Sanders. In 1964, then 73 years old, he sold the company to a group of investors for $2 million, which was the equivalent of $19.6 million today. However, he retained control of operations in Canada, and he became a salaried brand ambassador for Kentucky Fried Chicken. In his later years, he became highly critical of the food served at KFC restaurants and cost-cutting measures that he said reduced its quality, referring to the food as GD slop with a wallpaper taste. Yes, we went to the yay, Devin said, back in time for KFC. You missed the uh, Cubs manager, Frank Chance. That was a really cool one. Go back and listen to it later. Yes, we saw the original in Corbin, Kentucky. Uh, we should do a stream since it's his birthday. Colonel Sanders passed away at 90 years old. And our next person, God, talking about food makes me hungry. Our next person is Arthur Freed, passed away 78 years old, an American lyricist and a film producer. In 1939, after working uncredited in the role of associate producer on The Wizard of Oz, he was promoted to being the head of his own unit within MGM. He helped alleviate the studio to the leading creator of film musicals. I He's a grump on the promo trail. He especially hated the gravy. Yes, Bojangles is better than KFC. Not sorry. Um, there are other KFC started it all. Um, I like their crispy. I think it is. Um, I like Bojangles and I also like Popeyes. I like all of the chicken, but KFC is the one that started it all, Atwood. But I agree with you. There are better um, chickens out there, chicken places out there now. And yes, the original had an old cigarette machines. It did. So Arthur Freed, his first solo credit as a producer was the film version of Rodgers and Hammerstein's smash Broadway musical Babes in Arms. It was released only a few months after The Wizard of Oz. It starred Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland, and it was so successful that it ushered in a long series of let's put on the show backyard musicals. Yes, it's all starring Rooney and Garland. He brought talent from Broadway theater to the MGM soundstage, including Vincent Minnelli, Betty Comden, Adolph Green, Roger Edens, Kay Thomas, Zero Mostel, June Allison, Nancy Walker, Charles Walters, orchestrators Conrad Salinger, Johnny Green, Lenny Hayden, and others, including Shirley Temple. He also helped shape the careers of stars including Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain, Frank Sinatra, Red Skeleton, Lena Horne, Jane Powell, Esther Williams, Catherine Grayson, Howard Keel, Sid Charisse, Ann Miller, and others. He brought Fred Astaire to MGM after his tenure with RKO and coaxed him out of semi retirement to star with Judy Garland in Easter Parade. His team of writers, directors, composers, and stars produced a steady stream of popular, critically acclaimed musicals until the late 1950s. He allowed his directors and choreographers free rein, something unheard of in those days of committee produced film musicals. He's credited for furthering the boundaries of film musicals by allowing such moments in films as the 15-minute ballet at the end of An American in Paris, after which the film concludes moments later with no more dialogue or songs. And he allowed the musical team of Lerner and Lowe complete control in their writings of Gigi. He won an Academy Award for Best Picture twice, in 1951 for An American in Paris and in 1958 for Gigi. Both films were musicals and both were directed by Vincent Minnelli. So Arthur Freed passed away at 87 years old, but nothing beats Uncle Lou's in Memphis. I agree, but if you're talking franchises, um, Uncle Lou's is not a franchise, but it is some of the best fried chicken. Yeah, KFC is not what it was in the 70s or 80s. I agree with you with that. We're talking fried chicken. I can't have fried chicken. And we have Neil Hamilton, 85 years old, American stage, film, and television actor. Um, during his motion picture career, which spanned more than half a century, he performed in over 260 productions in the silent and sound eras. But he was best remembered for his role as Commissioner James Jim Gordon on the Batman TV series of the 60s. He appeared in all 120 episodes of the Batman television series, as well as the 1966 film of the same name. Yvonne Craig, who played Commissioner Gordon's daughter, Barbara, said Hamilton, quote, came every day to the set, letter perfect in dialogue, and never missed a beat. A consummate professional. Neil Hamilton passed away at 85 years old. Commissioner Gordon. I thought that was cool. And we have James Hilton, passed away at 54 years old, a novelist and screenwriter. He is best remembered for his novels Lost Horizons, Goodbye, Mr. Chips, and Random Harvest, as well as co-writing screenplays for the films Camille and Miss Miniver, which the latter earned him an Academy Award. Do I remember? No, I do not remember Wish. Does anybody remember Wishbone fried chicken? I don't. That man, do you? I don't remember Wishbone fried chicken. And we have Hoyt Curtin, 78 years old. He's an American composer and a music producer. He was the primary musical director for the Hanna-Barbera animation studio from its beginnings with the Rough and Ready show in 1957 until his retirement in 1989, except for from 65 to 72 when the primary music director was Ted Nichols. He was the composer of many of Hanna-Barbera's cartoons' popular theme songs, including The Flintstones until 1981, Top Cat, The Jetsons, Johnny Quest, Super Friends, Josie and the Pussycats, The Smurfs, and the new Scooby Doo movies, and all its spin offs until 1989. In 1960, beginning in 1960, he also composed many of the stock tunes used as incidental music in the various Hanna-Barbera series, along with the jingle heard underneath Hanna-Barbera's closing logo in 1979. He also composed two of the tunes heard in the background of the 1959 Plan 9 from Outer Space, although he was embarrassed by the film's poor quality. The following year, Curtin was the composer for the animated series QT Hush, one of the first cartoons to appear in color. His other credits include the score for the science fiction film Mesa of Lost Women, Ed Wood's Jailbait, Timber Tramps, Chomps, and the music for the 1978 Sandy Frank cartoon Battle of the Planets, for which a soundtrack was released in 2000. Hoyt Curtin passed away at 78 years old, and we have, where are they? Wishbone says they are good, but there are not many left for the Wishbone Fried Chicken. And JPRPH1, hello, hello. Oh, yeah, there was one when we visited Atwood, and I mentioned that, but we ate at other places. Oh, and we some have hellos and hellos. So there we go. Let's see who else we have here. We have a Cliff Robertson, 88 years old when he passed away. He's an actor whose his career in film and television spanned over 6 decades. He portrayed a young John F. Kennedy in the 1963 film PT 109 and he won an Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in the film Charlie. On television, he portrayed retired as astronaut Buzz Aldrin in the 1976 TV film adaptation of Aldrin's autobiographic Return to Earth. He played a fictional character based on director of Central Intelligence Richard Helms in the 1977 miniseries Washington Behind Closed Doors, and he portrayed Henry Ford in Ford, the Man and the Machine. His last well-known film appearance were as Uncle Ben in the 2002 to 2007 Spider-Man film trilogy. He was an accomplished aviator who served as the founding chairman of the Experimental Aircraft Association Young Eagles program at its inception in the early 1990s. It became the most successful aviation youth advocacy program in history. Cliff Robertson, 88 years old. And we have, let me get to the next one here. Oh, oh, typo. JPRPX put hell to Playing Down Under Dadman and Sashi. And Dadman, I knew you'd get it. Dadman's like, Battle of the Planets. Yes. I was wondering if you would catch that. So he wrote the music for that. How cool is that? And Playing Down Under says, I thought to JPRPH, you wanted us all to go to hell. And he's like, LOL. He meant hello. He corrected it. Yes, that is funny. Um, so we have Topol, passed away at 87 years old, an Israeli actor. He is best known for his portrayal of Tevye, the lead role in the stage musical Fiddler on the Roof and its 1971 film adaptation. He performed this role more than 3,500 times from 67 through 2009. It was very interesting when he auditioned for the role for the film. Hello, Penny. They were other actors that wanted it, and he came in young, and they just didn't think he could do it. Well, they weren't sure when they first saw him, but as soon as he started acting, he um, it was like, yes, this is Tevier. They with the makeup and the costume, they changed him into an older man. Um, he appeared in about 30 films in Israel and in the United States, including Galileo, Flash Gordon, and For Your Eyes Only. Only. He was described as Israel's only internationally recognized entertainer from the 60s through the 80s. He won a Golden Globe for Best Actor and was nominated for an Academy Award for his portrayal of Tevier. And he was also nominated for a Tony Award for Best Actor in the Broadway revival of Fiddler on the Roof. Tevier, 87 years old when he passed away. And there we go, Penny. Hello, hello. Fiddler, fiddler, fiddler. Yes. He says, you're a hugger. I see. I like hugs. Yes, Science Ninja Team Gotcha Man was the original. Battle of the Planets was the cleaned up version. We actually have that on the Blu-ray. So very cool. You are correct there. Gotcha Man. That man remembered watching the American version when he was a kid when it showed. He did not realize it was from another country. And Dadman says, thank you, 16 people watching. Please like and make sure you are subscribed. Thank you. Let's see how are we doing here. I'm still at 255 subscribers. I got it. I got to figure out how to get more people here. I got to do some night shows. I think I'll get some more different people when I do a night show. We have 13 people watching. We have how many people have voted in the poll? We have 19 votes in the poll. Beef is in the lead. Chicken is second, and pork and veal are now in third. Our next person is Don Hogan Charles, 79 years old, an American photographer. He was the first African American staff photographer hired by the New York Times. In his 4 decades there, he photographed notable subjects, including Coretta Scott King, John Lennon, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali. Before joining the Times, he worked as a freelance photographer. His freelance work appeared in major international publications such as Der Spiegel and Paris Match. His commercial clients included Bill Blass, Oscar de la Renta, Pan America, World Airways, and Eastern Airlines. He often devoted his attention in capturing the neighborhood of Harlem. In Harlem, he would photograph the day to day life of the busy community. His work is in the collections of MoMA and the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And MoMA is a Museum of Modern Art. So Donna Hogan Charles passed away at 79 years old. Damon, yes, I need to get into watching that more. I have heard it's better and more mature. Definitely not good to the U.S. censors back then. Hey, no sevens aren't seven. And playing down unders. Chicken. Second place is no place. Second place is first place last. It's first place for last. We have a Dennis Ritchie, an American computer scientist. He created the C program. He passed away at 70 years old. He created the C program language and, with longtime colleague Ken Thompson, the Unix operating system and B language. They were awarded the Turing Award from the Association for Computing Machinery in '83, the IEEE Richard W. Hammond Medal for from the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers in 1990, and the National Medal of technology from President Bill Clinton. 70 years old. I don't think chicken has a chance of coming in first. Sorry about that. We have Otis Redding, passed away at 26 years old, an American singer and songwriter. He is regarded as one of the greatest singer songwriters in the history of American popular music and a seminal artist in soul music and rhythm and blues. He was nicknamed the King of Soul. His style of singing gained inspiration from the gospel music that preceded the genre. His singing style influenced many other soul artists in the 60s. Shortly before his death in a plane crash, he wrote and recorded the iconic Sitting on the Dock of the Bay with Steve Cropper. The song became the first posthumously number one record on both the Billboard Hot 100 and R&B charts. The album The Dock of the Bay was the first posthumous album to reach number one on the UK albums chart. Redding received many posthumous accolades, including 2 Grammy Awards, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Black Music Entertainment Walk of Fame, and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In addition to Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, some of his best known songs include Respect and Try a Little Tenderness. I know. Yes, first step coming last. Very true. Yes, it's tragic. I always look at some of these artists who have died young, and I just wonder what could have been if they lived. Um, the talent that as what he accomplished at such a young age, just it's heartbreaking. He passed away in a plane crash, I believe. So Otis Redding, 26 years old. I know I had to check that playing down under. I'm going 26, and I'm like, yeah, 26. Like Buddy Holly. So tragic. Tom Wopat, an American actor and singer, 73 years old today. Happy birthday to you. He achieved fame as Lucas K. Luke Duke on the long running television series The Dukes of Hazzard. Since then, Wobot has worked regularly, most often on the stage in musicals and in supporting television and movie roles. He was a semi regular character on the 1990s comedy series Sybil, and he had a small role as U.S. Marshal Gil Tatum in Django Unchained. He also had a recurring role as Sheriff Jim Wilkins in the series Longmire. Additionally, he has recorded several albums and country songs and pop standards, scoring a series of moderately successful singles in the 80s and 90s. Tom Wopat. Yeah, Amy Winehouse left when she was 27. Buddy Holly, I think, was 22. Um, I'm not 100% sure about that, but he was young. Yes, yes, it's tragic. Some of them, I think, they don't. They have a hard time dealing with the fame, and it's just very difficult. Very, very difficult. We have a Dave Stewart, 72 years old. Happy birthday to you, an English musician, best known for being in the Eurythmics. Uh, his successful professional partnership with Annie Lennox. Sometimes credited as David A. Stewart, he won the Best British Producer in 86, 87, and in the 1990 Brit Awards. He, alongside Lennox, was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2020, and the duo were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022. Outside of Eurythmics, Stewart has written and produced songs for artists such as Ringo Starr, Stevie Nicks, Mick Jagger, and Tom Petty. And we have West Cagle. Hello to you. How are you this fine morning? I hope today was um, I hope today is going to go well with you. And playing down under, I'd never want to be famous. I just would want to hope I have a good support system. Yeah. Uh, and he was the normal one, but never talked. So he was scary too as a kid. Wow. And playing down under says, wow, he is that old. I thought he was younger. I know these people are all getting old. We're all getting old. And the Deadman says, hail to New Jersey at West Cagle. And West Cagle is, hey, Dadman, peace and coffee, New Jersey. Yes. And we have Hugh Grant, 64 years old, established himself early in a career as a charming and vulnerable romantic leading man and has since transitioned into a character actor. Hallmarks of Grant's comic skills include a nonchalant touch of sarcasm and the characteristic physical mannerisms. He made his feature film acting debut in Privileged, followed by the romantic drama Maurice, for which he gained acclaim as well as a Volpe Cup for Best Actor. He then acted in a string of successful period dramas such as The Remains of the Day, Sense of Sensibility, and Restoration. He emerged as a star with Richard Curtis's romantic comedy Four Weddings and a Funeral, for which he won a Golden Globe and a BAFTA award. He starred in further romantic comedies such as Notting Hill, Bridget Jones' Diary, and its 2004 sequel, About a Boy, 2 Weeks' Notice, Love Actually, and Music and Lyrics. He began to take against type parts. He played St. Clair Bayfield in Florence Foster Jenkins and Phoenix Buchanan in Paddington 2. During this period, he acted in the science fiction film Cloud Atlas, several Guy Ritchie action films, including The Gentleman and the musical fantasy Wonka. He was in the BBC miniseries A Very English Scandal and a husband accused of infidelity and murder in the HBO miniseries The Undoing. So Hugh Grant, 64 years old today. He had a little scandal. And I tell you, I love how he handled the scandal. He was promoting the movie 2 weeks notice, and he did a little naughty. And I love he was on. We went on one of the late night talk shows, and they asked him about it, and he goes, basically said he didn't deny it. He says, yes, sometimes when you make bad choices, he goes, that was one of them, and he just is like, it's done. What can I do? Um, I kind of liked him for that because he just fessed up to it. Yeah, I did it. It's yep, probably not the best choice, but I did it. And we have Adam Sandler. He's an actor, comedian, and film producer, 58 years old. Yes, Hugh Grant has been awesome the last 10 years or so, playing very different roles, and he is so good. I loved him, and I did love him, and I love romantic comedies. I love him, and he was so good at them. But I also love the newer stuff that he's doing too. So um, he's kind of like grown into different roles as he's aged. He's like, yeah, he's just really. I agree with you. Playing down under. I know I'm not completing sentences today. I'm sorry, um, but yes, it's Adam Sandler's birthday. He's primarily a comedic leading actor. In 2023, he was awarded the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. He was a cast member on the NBC sketch comedy series Saturday Night Live from 1990 to 95. He starred in Hollywood comedy films that cumulatively have grossed over $2 billion worldwide. He has an estimated net worth of $420 million in 2020. His comedic roles include Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Waterboy, Gooseball, the Devil, The Wedding Singer, Big Daddy, Mr. Deeds, 51st Dates, The Longest Yard, Click, Grown Ups, Just Go With It, Grown Ups 2, Blended, Murder Mystery, and Hubie Halloween. He also received praise for his dramatic roles in Punch Drunk Love, Reign Over Me, the Meyerowitz stories, Uncut Gems, and Hustle. He also voiced Dracula in the first three films of the Hotel Transylvania franchise. So, well, Adam Sandler, 58, I know. And you either, I say Adam Sandler, you either like him or you don't. He's a lot of his comedy, they're stupid, but sometimes I just really like stupid. Stupid that can be fun. I like his movies, but I hate his stand up. He swears way too much, and that just isn't funny anymore. Playing Down Under, I feel that way about Robin Williams. I like Robin Williams in his movies and his like shows, but when he's like in an interview, I can't watch him. Um, but I feel that way. I love Robin Williams in his movies and shows. But I do agree with you. Adam Sandler will always be the delinquent on the MTV game show Remote Control. And he does a skit about a goat on a rope, on a 3 foot rope, and respect, respect, respect. If you know, you know. Yes. 58 years old today. Wow. And here's one that's going to make you feel old. Henry Thomas, 53 years old. He began his child as child actor and had the lead role of Elliot Taylor in the film E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Snowda Poop is awake again. Well, Snowda Poop is there was a celebration that was international. It was National Teddy Bear Day, and they were talking about all our favorite bears, Winnie the Pooh and them, and I said, "Well, we have our favorite bear, Snortopoopas Cuber." So, we salute you in honor of, even though you're not stuffed with fluff, you are our favorite bear. So, Henry Thomas, yeah, if you want to feel old, he was the kid in E.T. He also had roles in other films, including Cloak and Dagger, Fire in the Sky, Legends of the Hall, Suicide Kings, All the Pretty Horses, Gangs of New York, 1114, and Dear John. He was also in the television film Indictment, The McMartin Trial. More recently, he has collaborated with filmmaker Mike Flanagan, appearing in films Ouija, Origins of Evil, Gerald's Game, and Doctor Sleep, as well as the television series The Haunting of Hill House, which earned him a Saturn Award. And it also had a follow up series, The Haunting of Bly Manor. In 2021, he had a main role in Flanagan's horror series, Midnight Mass. And in 2023, he started Usher siblings, one of the Usher siblings in The Fall of the House of Usher, also by Flanagan. Penny, please don't promote stuff in the chat. Thank you. And I'm so glad you're awake again. Let me see that. I've lost it. I gotta hide that one. Where are you? Where is it? I already took a nap. Oh, there we go. I was trying to remove that one. Sashi says, I was looking up Hugh Grant's filmology. Looks like they're making another Bridget Jones movie. Why? Why? That's all I'm going to say. Why? Snorty is a napper. He's a napper. He likes napping. I concur with that. Elliot is younger than you. He's younger than me. And E.T. made him fly on the bike. Um, yes, Cloak and Dagger was a good movie. I agree with you. I do have that on DVD. And we have hellos and hellos. And our last celebration birthday is Michael Bublé. He's a Canadian singer and songwriter, 49 years old today. He was born in Burnaby, British Columbia, often credited for helping to renew public interest and appreciation for traditional pop standards and the Great American Songbook. He has sold over 75 million records worldwide and won numerous awards, including 5 Grammy Awards and 15 Juno Awards. In 2003, his first album reached the top 10 in Canada and the United Kingdom. He found a worldwide audience with his 2005 album It's Time and his 2007 album Call Me Irresponsible, which reached number 1 on the Canadian album charts, the UK album charts, and the US Billboard 200, the Australian ARIA albums chart, and several European charts. His 2009 album Crazy Love debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 after 3 days of sales and remained there for 2 weeks. It was also his fourth number 1 album on Billboard's top jazz albums. His 2011 holiday album Christmas was in first place on the Billboard 200 for the final 4 weeks of 2011 and the first week of 2012. Uh, Playing down under Mickey Bubble, and you call him the French Bubble. Oh, goodness gracious. With this Christmas album, it became his third consecutive number 1 album on the chart. To Be Loved was released in 2013, followed by Nobody But Me in 2016. Love was in November 2018. In 2022, Bublé announced that his ninth studio album, Higher, would be released in March. On May 13, 2024, it was announced that he would be featured as a coach on the 26th season of The Voice. Michael Bublé, 49 years old today. And that is our birthday celebrations. Happy birthday to you all. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. And again, I say happy anniversary to B from O and S from O. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as Atwood, many more, I hope for you. So, yes, today is National Wind Pigs Fly Day. It's celebrated annually. It reminds us that sometimes even seemingly impossible things can happen. People need to ignore their doubts and stand up for their beliefs. So, what exactly is National Wind Pigs Fly Day? Some people say it's a day of hope, and others say it's a day of miracles. It is when something that was considered to be impossible happens, according to the people who celebrate it. It's a special occasion in which seemingly incomprehensible things do come true. But if you're like many other people, you're looking for answers for this exciting occasion. It's funny how there are many things on this earth that we can't explain. So, what is the history of this day? It is a day for dreaming big and thinking about possibilities. It's a day to imagine a future that may seem impossible or absurd and take small steps toward making it happen. It's a day to think outside the box, take risks, and make things happen. The idea behind National Wind Pigs Fly Day is to make people set their sights higher and never give up. The holiday's unusual name comes from a common expression, when pigs fly, which is used when someone wants you to think something will never happen. It can be used in jest or sarcastically, but it can also have negative connotations depending on who utters it and how they use it. In other words, they are saying that something is impossible, but then add that it will never happen anyway. The first time this day was celebrated was in 2020. So, National When Pigs Fly Day. And for that, Our memes are, you guessed it, pig memes. Good night, Sashi. See you tomorrow. Have a good sleep. Yes, it is Flying Pigs Day. And there we go. And pigs. So we have a piggy memes today. Let's see what our piggy memes are. The moment you accidentally open the front camera. Yep. Oops. Oops. I think that one's funny. Whoops, wrong way. Business pig brings home the bacon. But does he fry it up in the pan? That's kind of creepy. How do you take six? How do you take a sick pig to the hospital? Sorry, I started choking, everybody. So sorry. Okay, let's go back to that other one. I swallowed the wrong way. How do you take a sick pig to the hospital? A ambulance. Lying down under, have some good dinner. I hope you enjoy it. When I'm done with the show, I'm going to make me some eggs for breakfast. And I'm going to have pork chops with it. So appropriate. Sorry. When you decide to quit your stupid diet and it's everything you imagined it would be, oh, yum. Oh, yum. This pig has Yoda on his head. Can you see it? I think that's so funny. I don't know if that was photoshopped or not, but I still think it's funny. What do you get when you pick a pig's nose? Hamburgers. I know, it's not funny. If you had a tough day, here's a baby pig. Isn't it so cute? I turn vegetables into bacon. What's your superpower? According to information given to me in my childhood, one out of 5 pigs eat roast beef. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 wee all the way home. Yep. Now that's what I call a pig in a blanket. Oh, I coughed so hard I hurt my chest. Oh, crazy. The fact that they wove all the bacon, I just think is hilarious. I would have slapped it on there. I thought you were going to the market. Nah, I decided to stay home. Oh, My pig thinks I'm awesome. Also thinks Cheerios are awesome and rolling in the mud and eating grubs and bugs and chicken poop, but mostly me. I don't appreciate the imposter. Oh goodness. Not sure if not sure baby pig or just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I just thought that was adorable and I just had to post it. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. Does your pig bite? No, much worse. She judges. This male pig puts us all to sleep. You might say he is quite a bore. I love piggy puns. Did you hear about the pig that went to the veterinarian? He was cured. um, that's funny. Oh, oh, and that must be all of our memes for today. Whoops, let's go back. There we go. Okay. He was cured. So that is our basic show for today. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Let's check out our poll. We have 20 votes in our poll. We have, how many likes do we have? We have 11 people still watching. We have 14 likes. Thank you all so much for that. It is greatly appreciated. Let's see the poll. We have a 20 votes. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now. We have beef in the lead with chicken, and pork and veal is in third. Thank you all 20, excuse me, who have voted in that poll. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I am looking for something here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Mhm. Okay, so there is, looks like there's no Galactic Cafe today. So, okay, unless I am missing it. So, okay. So, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I have nothing to throw at you. Thank you for participating in the poll if you did. And here we go. We have a 2024 SEC and Michigan College Football Weekly this Wednesday at 10 p.m. with Dadman Walking 55 and Bucky's Crafting. Um, they make football fun. It's going to have some football 101, learning about rules and some like plays and things in football. Bucky is fairly new to the sport. Um, she has shared why she is a Michigan fan in the previous stream. So go check that out to find out what that is, and watch the show at 10 p.m. It's fun. It is a fun show, and I am saying that from someone who has watched Dadman's football streams and have totally zoned out because I don't get football. I know some because I'm married to Dadman, but it's not my favorite. But I really enjoy watching this show. So, yeah, try to check it out Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Also, tomorrow at 1 p.m., I'm going to be building the Coyote. Um, so, join me then for that. I also have impromptu streams at various times. Follow me on Twix and Threads to find out when those streams are. My morning show that I'm doing right now, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We do puzzles, birthday celebrations, and memes. Um, so every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., come get your daily dose of positivity. If you would like to support me, you can buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com, Mrs.DadmanWalking55, or Throne.com. You can check out my wish list. Um, so please check those out if you would like to support me in any way. If you have something you would like to mail me, DadmanWalking55, or Ango, my youngest, who's a streamer on Twitch, you can send it to this P.O. box right here, P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226. My streams and VODs, youtube.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55, Twitch TV, Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers. Reminders on Twix at MDadmanWalking and at Threads, Mrs. DadmanWalking55. I thank you all for being here. And Dadman says, thank you, Mrs. It has been a great shot in the arm to enjoy football again with Bucky. Very, very good. So, everyone, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the 11 people that are still hanging out. I've lost a subscriber. I have ticked somebody off and they have unsubscribed. Oh, well. Oh, well. It'll be what it'll be. So, as I say always at the end of my show, see you next time. Remember to be kind, to show love. Remember, you're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye, everybody.